Okay, welcome back to my class. Today we'll discuss a new topic, and that is propensity to consume. Propensity to consume is also known as consumption function. Let us see what is the meaning of consumption function or propensity to consume. Propensity to consume or consumption function establishes relationship between consumption expenditure and the national income. It means when the national income will increase, the level of consumption expenditure will also increase. So we'll discuss this consumption function little detail. So let us see consumption function. So the relationship between the consumption expenditure and the level of national income is known as consumption function. So this the consumption function may be represented in the form of equation. Let us see this C is equal to C intercept plus By. Here let us see, I have written one equation. Here C stands for consumption. Consumption means consumption expenditure. This C intercept, this is called autonomous consumption. Autonomous consumption means it always remain positive. Autonomous consumption means the people used to consume even the level of income is zero. It means this is the minimum consumption level which do not depends upon the level of income, because sometimes what happens, if the level of income becomes zero, then the level of consumption will not be zero, because the people may consume, they may use their past saving or may borrow, and that borrowing can be used for the minimum consumption level. So C is autonomous consumption. This shows that consumption always remain positive. So C is always positive. This autonomous, this is always positive. This is always positive. It do not go into the negative. Another thing is, let us see here, we have written Y. Y means income. Income means national income. National income. And this is the income left after the payment of the taxes. This is the income available for consumption. Let us see what is this B. B is known as MPC, marginal propensity to consume. Marginal propensity to consume measures the rate of change in consumption to the change into the level of income. It means when income will increase, there may be certain change into the consumption. So rate of increase in consumption to the change in income, that is measured by B, that is marginal propensity to consume. Let us draw one diagram here. Here let us see, you are knowing, here we can take the national income. Income we can take here. Income is national income. Here suppose we can take AS and consumption. This 45-degree line, this 45-degree line is the income line. Income line, this is aggregate supply, this is C plus S. Let us take this is consumption. This line is called consumptions. And C is equal to, you are knowing, C intercept plus By. C intercept plus By. What happened? Let us see. Here we have seen this C. C means this area. This is autonomous consumption. We have seen the consumption curve is started not from zero, but any point above the 0. This is autonomous consumption. So here let us see what we have seen. If you see this diagram, you will find that when level of income increases, the consumption will also increase, and suddenly it will go and intersect at one point. So let us see what are the different aspects of the consumption function. Our consumption functions are of two types. There are two types of the consumption function, and one is known as average propensity to consume, and second one is known as marginal propensity to consume. So types of the propensity to consume or consumption function. So we have seen that propensity to consume or the consumption function states that when the level of income increases, the propensity to consume also increases, but increase in consumption is less than an increase in income, because after certain point of time, what happens, the people will start making savings. So if more and more of the income into the economy increases, then the rate of consumption will increase and rate of saving will also increase, but the rate of saving will be more than the rate of consumption. So at high level of income, economy used to consume more as well as used to save more, but the rate of saving is more than the rate of consumption. So let us see that we can measure two concepts are there, two aspects are there through which we can measure this consumption or propensity to consume. One is called average propensity to consume. This is APC. Average propensity to consume, it is the ratio of consumption expenditure corresponding to the level of income. Let us see how this APC is measured. It can be measured, APC can be measured by dividing consumption expenditure by income, national income. We can write C divided by Y. It means when consumption divided by income. You take one example. Suppose economy, here we can check, let us see income. Here we can suppose that income of the economy is suppose 10,000 crores. 10,000 crore is the income, national income of the country, and consumption of the economy is 8,000 crore. Here income is 10,000 crores and consumption is how much? 8,000 crore. Let us see how much will be the APC. So APC will be equal to consumption divided by income. Consumption is 8,000 and income is 10,000 rupees. How much it will be? So here we can write 0.8. 0.8 means 80%. 0.8 means if you take per rupees, then 80 paisa out of 1 rupees will go for consumption. It means 0.8 shows that 80% of the national income goes for consumption. So this propensity to consume tells us that this 80% of the income of the economy goes for consumption. Let us see this. We can take another. This is the average propensity to consume. We have seen it is the ratio of consumption expenditure corresponding to the level of income, and it is measured at APC is equal to this. APC is equal to consumption expenditure divided by national income. It means C divided by Y. If we have assumed the level of income in the economy is 10,000 crore and consumption is 8,000 crore, then what will be the APC? So APC 8,000 divided by 10,000 is equal to 0.8. 0.8 tells us that 80% of the income of the economy goes for consumption. So let us see the second types, the second aspects of the propensity to consume, and that is marginal propensity to consume. The second aspect is the marginal propensity to consume. Number 2, marginal propensity to consume, MPC. Let us see. So marginal propensity to consume measures the rate of change in consumption per unit change in income. It means, let us see what will happen if income will increase, the consumption will also increase. Here we can write, let us see, MPC can be written increase in consumption divided by increase in income. Income means national income. Let us see, this can be written increase in consumption and increase in income. We can write, let us see, increase in income can be written, increase in consumption can be written delta C, increase in income can be written delta Y. It means MPC, marginal propensity to consume, is equal to delta C divided by delta Y. This shows that how much percentage of the additional income goes for consumption. Let us see one example. If we take, let us see here, we take the income, we take the consumption. This is C, this is Y. We have seen income was 10,000 rupees, consumption was how much? 8,000 rupees. What happened? Income increases from 10,000 to 14,000. Consumption also will increase from 8,000 to 10,000. Let us see what will be the MPC. MPC will be increase in consumption, change in consumption. Increase in consumption means how much increase in consumption takes place? 10,000 minus 8,000 will be how much? 2,000 rupees. And here increase in income is how much? Increase in income is 4,000 rupees. The income increases from 10,000 to 14,000. It means rise in income, increase in income is 4,000 rupees. Let us see. This is how much? So this will be 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2, 0.5. 0.5 tells that 50% of increase in income goes for consumption. And the income which are not go for consumption is saved. It means 50% of income you go for consumption and 50% income goes for saving. So let us see this consumption function we can explain by taking one consumption schedule also. And we can explain with the help of diagram also. Let us see the schedule. We can take one simple schedule to explain the consumption function. So consumption function schedule. Consumption function schedule. We can take national income. We can write income here. Income. Here we can take consumption. This is C. So let us see this goes, these are rupees in crores. Rupees, crores. This is rupees in crores. Level of income is 0, 100, 100, 200, 300 crores, 400 crores. This is 500 crores. Let us see. We have seen this formula C is equal to C intercept plus By. It means, let us see, some income here. Suppose this we assume 50. How much? Autonomous consumption is 50. Autonomous consumption always remain positive. This is the income which remains positive. This is the consumption. This is the consumption, autonomous consumption, which remains always positive. This shows the people will consume even the level of income is 0. Here we have taken C intercept is how much? 50. So 50. Let us see if income will increase, consumption will also increase. When income increases from 0 to 100, the consumption goes from 50 to how much? 100 crores. Then let us see again when the income will increase, consumption will increase. I told you when income will increase, propensity to consume will also increase. But let us see, the propensity to consume is less than increasing to the level of income. So consumption will be less than income. Here let us see, further income increases, consumption increases. So here let us see, we have seen this. Let us find out what is APC. Average propensity to consume. You are knowing the formula C divided by Y. So here 50 divided by 0, this is infinitive. It is not defined. 100 and 100 divided by 100 will be how much? It will be 1. Let us see 150 divided by 200. 150 divided by 200. So this is 3. This is 4. So this is 0.75. So 0.75. It means here APC is 0.75. Here let us see 200 divided by 300. 200 divided by 300. So this is, so we can write 0.67. 66 it is coming. We can write 67. Let us see 250 divided by 400. So this we can write so this will be 0.625. If we do this, this will be 0.6. Let us see how much it comes. This is 300, 500, 3 divided by 5. This will be, so 0.660 we can write. So let us see what we have seen here. We have seen, let us see, average propensity to consume, the ratio of consumption in income. What we have seen, when the level of income increases, APC goes on declining. Are you seeing this here? If APC, the average propensity to consume, it goes on declining. Here it is 1. 1 means this income and consumption both are equal. It means here what happened? The consumption and the income, here income is 100, consumption is also 100. It means APC is 1. APC 1 is stand for that there is no saving. No saving is a point which we call break-even point. Then after the break-even point, what happened? That if the level of income increases, the consumption also will increase. But increasing APC, this APC will be go on falling and falling. Let us see this MPC. MPC, marginal propensity to consume, change in consumption divided by change in income. We can write here. So let us see here. Change in consumption. Change in consumption is how much? 50 to 100 it is how much? 50. And change in income is how much? 100. So delta C is 50. This here it is 50. Here it is how much? 100. And delta Y is 100. So let us see what will be 50 divided by 100. Will be how much? This 0.5. So here it will be how much? 0.5. Here if you check, let us see how much here 50, here also 100. 50 divided by 100. Here also 0.5. Here let us see 150 to 200. The change is how much? Consumption change is how much? 50. Consumption change in income is how much? 100. So 50 divided by 100 will be 0.5. Here also 0.5. Here also 0.5. 0.5 means here this is called B. MPC is nothing but the value of B. This MPC is written. So we can write here 0.5. And this is Y. In the examination sometimes what happens, the value of B is given, the value of C is given, and you are asked to find out the value of this C-intercept is given, then you will be asked to calculate the value of consumption. I think this is clear to all of you. Let us draw on a graph paper the relationship between these two. We have seen this is 45-degree line. This is income line. This is average supply is equal to national income. Here we can take AS, we can take consumption. Here we can take x-axis, we can take income. Okay, this 0, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. This is 50. This is start from 50. Suppose here it is 50. So this C is equal to, this is 50 plus 0.5 Y. Suppose this is, here let us see, take one point here. We have to measure here APC. Here let us take income is 100. Consumption is also how much? 100. Income, this is, we have taken 50, C-intercept. C-intercept is how much? 50. This is called autonomous consumption. Here we have taken 100. Here also 100. Income is 100. Consumption is 100. So here let us see what will be happy. The value of APC will be equal to how much? C divided by, C is 100. And income is also 100. Is how much? 1. It means APC is equal to 1 here. This point in economics we call it break-even point. What do we call? Break-even. In economics we call this point as a break-even point. Break-even, before, let us see left side to the break-even point. If you will see that consumption is greater than income. So always let us see left side to the break-even point. Consumption expenditure is always more than the level of income. It means here if you find out APC, here APC is greater than the level of, APC is greater than level 1. Here if you find, then let us see if you take another point. If you take suppose 200, you take the 200 if you take 200, and then level of consumption is how much? 150. Okay, 150. Let us see, we have taken income increases from how much? 100 to 200. So income increases 200. Here 200 and consumption is 150. So let us see APC at this point. At not at this, suppose this is point A, this is point B. At point B, what is APC? APC at point B is how much? Consumption, this is the consumption. Consumption means this, 150. Consumption, let us see this area and this area. So this is 150. And income is 200. So here it will be how much? 0.75. So at the B, what we have seen, this at point B, APC is 0.75. 0.75 is less than 1. So any point right side to the break-even point, this APC is less than 1. Any point any point to the right side, this is the right side. Any point right side to the break-even point, APC is less than 1. Here, any point from this break-even point to the left side is the APC is more than 1. So I think this APC is clear. Let us see here MPC. MPC, we have already seen what is the formula of MPC. MPC is the slope. Slope you are knowing, eh? Slope, how to calculate the slope? Let us see if we want to calculate the slope of consumption line, then how can we calculate? Here, let us see, this is the slope. This is increase in income. This is increase in consumption. Slope. So, marginal propensity to consume measures the rate of change in consumption to the change in the level of income. It means MPC. MPC is equal to delta C divided by delta Y. Here, delta C. Delta C means how much? From here to here, the changes is how much? 100 to 150. The change is how much? 50. Here, income. The changes in income is 100. So, MPC, this is 0.5. So, 0.5. So, here the value of MPC is equal to delta C divided by delta Y, or this is 0. This delta C is 50 and this is 100 and this is 0.5. So this is the value of P. So this shows that how much of the income of income of the economy goes for consumption. MPC shows that how much of additional income goes for consumption. So this shows, the B shows that 50% of the income of the economy used for consumption. I think the concept of the consumption function, propensity to consume, and the types and the aspects of the propensity to consume in terms of APC, in terms of MPC, and calculation of APC, calculation of MPC, and with the help of this diagram, I think is clear to all of you. One thing I should tell you, the value of MPC is always less than or equal to 1 and more than 0. So the value of B, here let us see. So the value of B means marginal propensity to consume, and marginal propensity to consume is equal to or greater less than 1 or more than 0. So B, the value of B is greater than 0 and equal to or less than the value of 1. I think this concept is clear to all of you. Okay, thank you for watching my video. Okay, thank you.